I'm Annie and welcome back to my channel. This is my June roundup of all the jobs we've done on the land, everything we've got growing and everything that we've been preserving as well. So I pruned the olive tree right off this year, so that's looking nice. That plum tree was infested with bugs when I came back from a holiday, so I sprayed that with neem oil and that's beginning to recover, the same as that little apple tree there. He always seems to suffer for some reason, so next year I'm going to have to spray them early. The artichokes are doing well. I've been watering them because it's been so dry, where everything's been so dry. This has got an automatic watering system on it. The beetroots here are ready to get up, so I should do that in the next few days. Chard has done really well everywhere. I've had to keep pruning it, to be honest. I've had too much to eat. Sprouts, more rhubarb, doing well again. Celery, courgettes and the spare pumpkins that I had left over, they're all doing well. The little olive tree that I put in over here, someone gave me as a gift. It's been in a pot for a year and he didn't look very well at all, so I put him straight in the ground and pruned him right off, and he's recovering nicely. The hazel's looking really good this year, so hopefully we should actually get a first crop of hazelnuts on it. I did see some on it a couple of years ago, but I didn't see any last year. In the polytunnel, I've got all the new seeds coming through, ready to go outside once I dig the potatoes. The other thing I've got now producing is the cucumbers. Don't know if you can see that in the pot. Once they start fruiting, I always feed, I just chop up some bananas and put them in the pots that I originally put in, and then when I water down over them, and I seem to always get a lot of cucumbers. It was a tip that I got off of Facebook a long time ago, and you always used it. So that's my seeds there. Like I say, they'll be ready to go in once I get those potatoes out. That was the little mandarin seeds that I took out at Christmas. They're doing nicely. Tomatoes and onions, a lot more tomatoes over there. I pruned those off quite a lot. Lettuces in that one over there. Don't eat a lot of lettuce because I use the chard. I just find it nicer, but it is in there. I've just cut that back. We'll have a walk down the bottom. So while we're on the walk down the bottom, this part of the hayfield is looking nice, and I'm not sure what it's doing halfway up, but I shall have a walk up in a minute. If it's looking good, I'll get the farmer to do it. It has died off a lot. I wish I'd had it done in May. I mean, I've never had it done that early before, but yeah, here you can see there's not a lot to it. So I really need to assess it properly and see if it's worth having it done this year, because it's burnt off really quickly. I pruned off the onions and weeded them out. There's a potato left, a couple of potatoes, and I just left in there. I've dehydrated the onions, and again in about a week's time I should probably get the onions in. Leeks over there are doing quite well, and again the chard. Pumpkins, courgettes, sweet corn, lentils are doing well. Sugar beet over the other side doing really well. Again, I have got green beans in next to the sweet corn. Not seeing any come up yet. I need to have a weed through. I had a couple of gaps in the middle there, so I just put some peas in a pot so I knew where I'd planted them. There's a couple of sprouts in there, and they've got the protection of the marigolds. That seems to have worked quite well. Black currants all harvested in. Now there is a few there, actually there's quite a few in there, but I do leave a few for the wildlife. I wonder if our rabbit will spring out. He's been in here. There's my first pumpkin beginning to, there we go. Oh, don't know if you got that. Yeah, he was in here. Pumpkin beginning to go orange. So the first earlies, I got a massive crop off of that, just 6 plants. I had a basket just off of 6 plants. I'd had a couple of that out of the patch the week before, but only videoed one small bit. I've got the rest of the 2 rows of first earlies to come in, and I also gave these main crop another prune off, and I've cut back the hedge over there as well because that was becoming to come over too much. The other thing that I've done is I've hand sprayed the driveway bit and the track all the way up through. The thing is, if you don't keep on top of it, the roots pull the mud up through, and then you end up having to take all the surface off the top. Pears are doing nicely. It's one of my biggest triumphs this year, I think, beating the birds with the old discs and things. They won't have them now because they're too big, but normally we start off with a load and then end up with none. Same with the apple tree. Actually got apples, which is a first for us as well. So these are the willows that I planted this year. They're doing well, I'm really pleased. Just going to have a walk up. Yeah, there's not a lot of hay here at all over this side. Last year we had an incredible 175 bales off of this. The grass was up to my waist, but this will not be worth cutting. If I still have had my own horse, I would have had it cut in May, which is unheard of, but I took the risk, and when I come back from a holiday after a couple of weeks, it had already started to burn off. That's the trouble with being up on the hill. The nice thing is it doesn't flood and get all muddy, but the bad thing is the drainage is so good. The field burns off so quick. Oh, I'm so chuffed with these willows, especially considering this heat. Hoping for some rain. If not, I'm going to have to start watering because I might lose them. There's a couple we've lost already, but I'm not sure that they were willows actually. But yeah, that's very pleased with the willows. Let's have a walk in here, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, no, it's rubbish. What we'll do, I think, the other half of the field won't be too bad, but I think what we'll end up doing is just let the horse in here, and hopefully all this seed will settle down and naturally reseed. But I don't know, we might get the farmer in and see what he thinks, but honestly I don't think it's worth it, because no, it's not worth it, because all this will just break up when it goes through the baler. The field has always been two halves. Half was good, better up the top. Just it's no good. I think hay is going to be expensive this year, but like I say, luckily I don't need anything for myself, and she'll live over here quite happily for the winter. I won't need much feeding or hay. We've still got some bales left from last year, so she'll have that, and the other little fields can have a good old rest, I think. This is the green polytunnel. It's actually producing really well this year. I've got the peppers. I had to move them out of the greenhouse because it was too hot for them in there. The chard has done really well in here. Really nice leaves for salad and pickling. The beetroots have done well. Not as well as the ones that are outside. The ones that are outside are much bigger. But the tomatoes, considering these are the weedy tomatoes that I put in, they're doing okay. Celery doing well. I've got some pok chow in there, and the the peas are doing really well in here, so very pleased with those. Pumpkins and courgettes are producing extremely well. Got lots of pumpkins in here, loads of them. So this is the mini sweet corn that I put in. So I got the three sisters in here with the squashes running underneath, and the beans have just started to come through. Just that. I had a small gap, so I put some radishes and a couple of onions in there. My granddaughter's sunflowers are doing really nicely. Obviously I've got beetroots up through there. I've had a lot already, so I'm away for 5 days for my husband's birthday, so when I come back I've got some more seeds to go in there, start filling in the gaps. Turnips, they sort of did well to begin with, but then they ended up with some sort of rot. I think some sort of fly got in the top of them. Actually got quite a lot of carrots this year. This is my second attempt. I'll have to thin those out when I come back, the same as the swede. And I also didn't think I had any parsnips. I thought that the second crop I put in had also failed, but they are now coming through, which is great. That's gooseberries over there. Not sure how they're doing. Oh, they got quite a lot on them actually. Oh, I might need to come and pick those now before the birds have them, because they're buggers, they are. They love the gooseberries. And I've got some loganberries on the end just coming through. The mulberries are coming to an end, but I've had a lot off of them considering the tree's only 3 years old. If you've got space, I'd definitely recommend putting in a mulberry tree. The other thing that I've harvested a lot off of is the black currants. I think I probably had about £8 in weight off of the few bushes that I've got. They've done well this year. The only thing left in the greenhouse is the melons, but I think it's been a little bit hot, so I might just move them into the polytunnel, or move them away from the glass anyway. The other job that I did was I pruned a lot of the leaf and small bunches of grapes that weren't going to do very much. I pruned all those off, so hopefully get a better crop. I've also given them a good watering. One of the other jobs we started, we've been collecting blocks from Marketplace when they've been advertised free. So we wanted this area to be clean so that we can take the cars and that apart here easier. If we drop stuff we can find it, and it's just much nicer to walk around on. So we've been doing this the last couple of days. Hottest day of the year, mind. I've come inside at the cabin because it's absolutely boiling out there at the moment. I've sorted out my garlic. I've got some courgettes, and that's another lot of rhubarb that I've dehydrated. So I've got loads of potatoes to harvest, but like I say, it's a bit hot at the moment. It's a beautiful day. It's just boiling. So I'm going to sit and work out what gaps I've got that need to be filled and what seeds I need to be putting in now to fill those gaps. I've got some peas and some beans ready to go in, but it's what else I'm going to put in with them. On the preserving side, I've made some relish, done some beetroot, 2 batches of fruit leather, dehydrated a lot of rhubarb and made some rhubarb powder. Also got lots of pickled chard and radishes in the fridge. I've made some green onion powder, which is up the field, and apparently we have now bought a new bug out vehicle. This is our new addition to the family. Thank you for continuing to watch my channel. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the scenery and the jobs that we've been getting done up here. Hopefully you find some of it helpful and informative. If you do, please give it the old thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.